Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about numbers in English. Numbers are very important because we use them every day, especially in engineering. So let's learn how to say and write numbers correctly. First, let's learn about cardinal and ordinal numbers. Cardinal numbers are the regular number we use to count things like 1, 2, and 3, while ordinal numbers tell us the order of things, like first, second, and third. For example, if you are counting cars, you say one car, two cars, three cars. But if you are talking about the position of a car in a race, you say first place, second place, third place. When we talk about numbers between 21 and 99, there's a special rule. If the second number isn't zero, we need to put a dash between the two parts. For example, 25 is written as 20-5. 57 is written as 50-7. Now, let's talk about bigger numbers. For numbers over 100, we often write them in figures. Jadi kalau tadi 21 sampai 99 itu biasanya ditulis menggunakan kata-kata. Tapi lebih dari 100 biasanya kita menuliskannya menggunakan figures. Ya, jadi angkanya ditulis langsung. But when we say them out loud, we need to add the word "n" before the last part. In British, usually, for example, 203, 203 is said as 203. 622 is said as 622. This is the British way of saying it. In American English, they sometimes skip the word "n" and say that 203 instead. Jadi kalau dalam American English itu tidak menggunakan "n" ya di belakang. Now, for numbers in the thousands, angka yang dalam ribuan, we use the same pattern but with bigger groups of number. For example, 1803 is said as 1803. 2840 is said as 2840. Sometimes for numbers like 1800, you can say it as 1800, which is a shorter way of saying it. Now, how to talk about years. When we talk about years, we usually break the year into two parts. For example, tahun 1865 is said as 1865. If the year ends in 00, like 1900, we say 1900. Untuk tahun yang di atas tahun 2000, we often say them differently. For example, 2006 is said as 2006. Tapi untuk 2010 dan selebihnya, we usually say 2010, 2011, and so on. And then when we say for numbers, we don't say the whole number at once. Instead, we say each digit one by one. For example, if the phone number is 561-6603, we say 561-6603. If they are two numbers that are the same, like num, we say 66. Also, we say O instead of 0 in phone numbers. And then for flight numbers are similar to phone numbers. We usually say the flight number in two parts or by saying its number. For example, flight penerbangan 110. Jadi bahasa Inggrisnya adalah 110 or 1110. Now, how to express the number 0? There are many different ways to say the number 0 depending on the situations. In math, we say naught, yeah, in British English, or 0 in American English. And then in sports, we say nil, like in football sports. In tennis, we say love for 0. And then for temperatures, we say 0, like 0 degrees Celsius. And now let's talk about fractions. Fractions are parts of a whole number. For example, setengah is said as a half. Sepertiga is said as a third. 3/4 is said as 3/4. Now decimal numbers. Decimals are another way of showing parts of a whole number. When we read decimals, we say the word point for the dot. For example, 0,5 in Indonesian itu biasanya dalam bahasa Inggris menjadi 0.5. 0.5. 2,5 berarti menjadi 2.5. We use decimal lots in measurement and calculations. Okay, so up to this part, do you have any questions? So to wrap things up, remember that cardinals are used for counting and ordinals are for order. And then numbers between 21 and 99, we use a dash. Jadi tulisnya pakai dua kata ya, dipisahkan oleh dash. Then we say and for numbers over 100, and we split years into two parts. And then we use different words for 0 depending on the situations. And then fractions and decimals are something that you need to memorize. Okay. So that's it about reading numbers. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.